Hello and welcome to Gamereactor Live. I'm Dory, this is Nick, and it's Friday, so we're doing news. That's the intro. Let's do news.
And GR Friday nights.
Yeah, and of course the second hour is GR Friday nights on the PS4. So join in for that. You can check out facebook.com/GR Friday nights for all the info on how to participate and what you can win.
Duty Ghost. We have 2 weeks left, a little over 2 weeks before the new game. We got digital codes to give away. I approve the friend requests we already got, but of course you still have time to do it if you do it now.
Exactly. We're, as always, on Fridays, we're joined by Bengt through the magic of the internet on Skype. Say hello, Bengt. Let's hear what he has to say.
Hello, I'm actually on Google Hangout, so we should give props to the correct.
And it's me that set it all up.
I'm actually on Google Hangout. Well, maybe that's why you didn't answer before. We're calling him on Skype.
Maybe.
Perhaps.
All right, but let's not waste time. Let's get right into the topics.
Yes,
you know, that's the way we roll here.
Bengt, tell us what's up.
We never waste any of your precious time.
No, not any of the precious time, at least.
Not any of the precious time. Well, the headlines this week, it's been one of those deadline weeks for us here at Gamereactor, so we've been
I completed the raid on hard, by the way. I think that's a pretty big news story. Just want to put that out there.
I think that's the biggest news of the week. But as I was beginning to say, this has been a fairly slow news week, so don't expect any sort of earth-shattering announcements in this stream. But there's some pretty interesting things that we're going to discuss anyway. The first news is that Lindsay Lohan expands her GTA 5 lawsuit, and she also now claims that promotional materials was based on the actor's likeness. And I think you guys had the big poster of Lacey up in the Lacey Jonas up on the stream. And of course, this whole thing is being fought very sort of tooth and nail by Rockstar, of course.
Yeah, I mean they wanted it thrown out of court and for her to be fined.
Yeah. So can you cut to the image in the news piece for people to see?
I have it here if you cut away from the screen for a little bit.
But I mean, it's an interesting question though, because I mean, it would be silly to say that the character isn't based off of Lindsay Lohan in any way.
Yeah, but I don't know. Actually,
but at the same time, it's like you know, certain amount of caricature you have to allow for in you know, it's not her per se, so it's just based on her. I think that's
I mean, some of it is probably based on her and other celebrities. I actually saw a post, I don't remember her name now, but a model who actually posted on, I think it was Instagram or Twitter, that she was actually the model who they had hired, and she posted like some paperwork that she actually got paid by Rockstar for her likeness of that character or something like that. So they actually hired an actress on that.
That's two very different things, though. Some random model who's the actual character, and what the actual character is based on. That's two very different things.
Yeah, but I still think it helps them in the court case.
Well, maybe, but I mean, it's not about whether the character looks like her or not. It's whether they're sort of feeding off her, sort of what she feels is like her copyrighted persona or whatever.
I also really like one way that
I think that there's no merit to that, but I think that is what the case is about. It's not about copying outright the look of her. It's more like, they're making fun of her, and she wants to get paid because they're sort of riding her as she perceives it, her fame, which I think is very if every celebrity would go after every one who is sort of doing, I mean, The Simpsons does this every time someone doesn't agree to be on there, they do something like that, and Family Guy, and there's so much of this.
I mean, at the end of the day, even if they find out unequivocally that it is based on Lindsay Lohan, it's going to be covered under free speech, under parody.
Yeah, but I think it's also two things. First of all, I mean, they don't do anything directly in the game that she actually did. Like, it's like loosely based on stupid stuff celebrities have done. And the other thing is that I forgot. I had it before. Jesus Christ.
We'll come back to you.
Well, yeah.
But we have the gameplay from the this little side mission rolling here.
Oh yeah, the thing that they did really smart, Rockstar, was that they said that in the court papers that the only thing there was a similarity was that it was two young blonde women. They didn't mention any of the stupid stuff, which makes it means that Lindsay Lohan or her lawyer needs to be the one saying that, oh, I am acting this stupid, I'm doing these stupid things for, like, they didn't compare it that way.
I think she's perfectly fine with you know, confessing
but
to doing
that's the
stupid
standard
shit
thing
to
they
get
do in
money.
some of those court cases, where it means that
you never admit anything beyond what you have to.
Yeah, but I've seen cases before where it's meant that people don't win the case because they don't want to say they've done stupid shit.
Well, you know, I think that Lindsay Lohan has gone beyond the point where, you know, just looking at some of the stuff she's done publicly in like her, you know, reality show and stuff. It's, yeah, you know, I think she just wants money right now, and she'll say anything.
I don't think she
to
wants
get
to
that.
draw unnecessary. And it doesn't matter. That's not the point of this. That's
You really think that she has any pride left?
Yeah, I do.
Nick?
I do. I don't think she wants to draw any
very
attention to this more than she has to. Yeah.
Really?
I think that's the only reason why she's doing this.
For attention?
Yes, I think that is exactly why she's doing this. She's making money by looking.
But attention and money
sort
is
of
different,
drawing
though.
attention. No. I mean, she's drawing attention to the stupid shit she does. That's how she makes money
I don't
these
think
days.
that's the case.
She's not gonna get any high profile acting jobs these days. So she just feeds of this. She makes money off of these persona, which sort of generates weird income, like from the reality show, weird publicity and things like that. That's her thing now. She's the bad girl.
I disagree with that, but yeah.
You really do? When did you see her in a serious movie last?
But I think we should move on to. I don't think this is
giving a
important.
cameo
Our
herself.
opinions on this. Let's move on.
I think you're
Yeah,
wrong.
I get that.
That's the point of it. All right, let's move away from the court cases and the celebrities, and instead to something that actually affects all of us this fall. Sony have released more details on the big PS4 update 2.0 that'll add USB music player support, better streams, new colors to backgrounds, and a redesigned content area. Have you read up on some of these things, Nick?
I have. Well, it's. I mean, I guess this is more official, but there's been talks about this for a while. As you say, music support and the colors. I don't know if this will be the whole theme thing as well. I think they announced that as well, that will be coming for PS4. Yeah. There's the whole friend thing where, you know, with the Vita back in the day, they started that you could see if you open up for it, that you can see your friends, and they're sort of evolving that a little bit more, that it can help you find your friends, which can be good if you're switching over from Xbox, for instance, and want a PS4, and what are my friends' actual names and stuff.
I guess with Facebook integration and stuff, that'll also help you find people that, you know, potentially, I'm sure they're going to tie that together as well.
And then there's more, the actual YouTube support should be in here, that you can post to YouTube. And the whole interface of the menu has been changed, so it should be easier to find your games in the library that you haven't downloaded and see which ones you have downloaded. And for Plus, you can say add to list instead of having to download it, where previously
that is actually a very good
really
thing,
nice,
especially
you tend to have to say buy the game free, and it will start downloading. And if you didn't want it now, then you had to cancel the download. And now you can just say I want it added to my library, but I don't want to download it. So that's really nice.
Yes, and of course also managing the download queue on the PlayStation 4. Usually when you log on and maybe you have 3-4 games that you need to download from PS Plus, then it's a good thing just to have to add them.
I hope that's part of the browser thing as well, because that's how I've done it recently, actually. And I've just said, I think you could actually do it there already. You could just say buy and then download. Yeah. But that's how I've done it recently. Just on the Wednesday, go in, say buy, and then it's it's in your queue if you want it. And then if I want it on my PS4, I would just say download to PS4 from there. So then it would be waiting when I get home. That's really smart.
Yeah, I'm also very happy about the library things because I think it got to a point where it was a little bit hard to overview your games. I have a lot of games on PS4, and actually, I only have the standard hard drive, and that is very close to filling up.
We have that problem here in the office. I'm so happy when I get to my own PS4 and there's plenty of space.
Yeah, but you should be scared. What do you have? 2 terabytes? Yeah. This generation is gonna last.
Yeah, I know. Eventually will be a problem, but I still feel, at least at the moment, that's big enough that I'll have to delete games, but it will be big enough that I can sort of have the games that I know I'll be playing within a certain amount of time there, and not all the games.
I mean, even at 500 megabytes, you're not playing 30 different games.
We have the problem here in the office though with running. We have Call of Duty and Assassin's Creed streams now, and all the different series that we're doing. It's actually a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, and really, I do hate the idea of having to reinstall something that you may want to go back to a few months later.
And the problem is really the big games that are like 50 gig downloads. Those are the ones that that you'll have to delete because they take up a lot of space if you're in doubt of whether you're going to use it. But that makes it even harder when you have to download them again because it'll take longer. So it's sort of
Now, of course, we're assuming that everybody downloads all games. Not everyone does. No. I think it may be a good idea to delete the games that you have on disk. That of course.
But that's still an annoyance if you want to play a game and you have it on disk. Before you would just put it in and you could start playing it. Now you have to wait for it to install as well.
It is, but it's not a very long process on the PS4 though.
Not at all.
So that's okay, and especially if it's something that you don't think you're gonna play, but you may play it a little bit later. So
I will say I'm really, really happy with the hard drive I put in. So if you're in doubt about that, go watch the video we made where I show how to put in that hard drive. I've been really pleased with the results of that.
Yeah. Is it easy to transfer stuff, or do you have to go via the cloud?
I did it from when I bought it, so I just. So I just signed in. Well, I had my account here in the office, but I just signed in with my account, and then I went to the library and just pressed download, and then it didn't take that long. Actually, downloaded all the games I had, and that was it was really smooth.
Yeah. Of course, the longer you wait, the more. Yeah. The harder it's gonna get.
So do it now before you have too much.
Yeah.
Do it now. Yeah. No, but I mean it is probably a good recommendation anyway, because the generation is going to last, and 500 megabit it's really both Microsoft and Sony really sneaked out on that one. I think that was on the low end of what they could have chosen.
I think the Call of Duty Xbox One that's coming out here, that had a terabyte, right? That was part of it for me. Like, oh, I like Call of Duty, but also like a terabyte drive instead of 500 gigs sounds really nice to me. That one.
With the Xbox though, it's easier to expand it because you can just plug in an external hard drive and have
having to.
I don't like that either, but it's you don't have to transfer.
No, but I'd rather just have to put in a bigger hard drive. I prefer that.
I agree because and also it's like that feels to me like something that may not work as it should down the line all the time. I don't know. I'm just a little bit cautious about that. I haven't filled up my Xbox One as much as I have the
and it's also maybe it's different. I travel sometimes with my PS4 here to the office or to friends or something, and then it's having to I need to remember this hard drive, and I just see problems with that, or if that hard drive bugs out.
I think I would just have it plugged in all the time, and it would be like an expansion of the actual console.
I really like being able to change the internal one. But
from the chat here, Cypher is saying, I want to change the HDD in my PS4, but don't know what HDD I need to buy. Well, we have the answer for you. Go to the site, and under in the GRTV section under school, you will find a video with Nick
Yeah.
and Magnus where they switch out the hard disk and
I will
they
say that
outline
that's
which
not the
hard
only
disk.
one. That's the only 2 terabyte one that actually fits in the PS4 as it is now. So you could of course choose a smaller one. You can also choose a normal hard drive. I know Philip actually changed his hard drive as well and chose a faster one. He chose an SSD disk, which should help you with some of the load times a little bit. But he said it's not that much. So there's different options there.
Yeah. But in the
I
video
share
you
the
outline the size and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So.
And if you have questions, you're always welcome to comment on the video or write us, and then we'll try to clear it up.
Yep.
All right. Next news story.
Next news, please.
Yes, we are actually talking about Xbox One now. So the Xbox One October update is currently rolling out. I think it's probably hit most Xbox One's owners now, and it adds a bunch of new features. There's one way to one thing is you're able to tell the controller support through when playing local multiplayer by making them vibrate. There are some major improvements to the user interface. There's MKV Media Center support, and new apps for friends and achievements, and a bunch of other things. This is sort of telling, though, that Microsoft is taking the approach of a monthly update, fairly small. Sony, they're now building up towards this huge update with a lot of new features, whereas their smaller updates haven't really. They've been more about improving the and patching things up, I guess, not really adding that many new features. So there's a little bit of a different approach to it here, but we're getting a lot of updates on both new gen consoles. For me, there's really nothing of this that really sort of speaks to me. I think they need to improve friends more. Make it more user friendly, and they need to improve things like party chat and things. They're not really, everything isn't as good as it should be yet with the Xbox Live on Xbox One. I don't really know what the new achievement thing does, but be curious to find that out.
Yeah.
Any comments on the improvements they're making here? Anything that you feel?
From the video that we're playing here on the stream with Major Nelson explaining the update, it seems that the achievement thing is you can select an achievement and then share it. And it almost looks like it's sharing a video file of them getting the achievement, but that's not quite clear. I think it's just, a picture and the achievement, and it's like, look, I got this.
The video would be cool, but I could also see that being super annoying.
Yeah.
I would probably annoy a lot of people with that. I was like, yes, I got this one. I turned that off when it had on PS3 where you could share. I wanted to test what it was, and then every time you're in a trophy, it would pop it up on Facebook. And then I was like, this is probably not a good idea.
Yeah, I think that the one thing here that I see about the Achievements app is that you will be able to look at a specific achievement and see which one of your friends have it. Which
that's a fun
is
idea,
pretty good. Yeah, especially with like something that's a little bit rare. That makes a lot of sense. That's probably something that we'll see on trophies as well.
They already have something like that. You can compare trophies and see.
Compare achievements you can do as well, but not with like all of your friends.
And then seeing the rarity, that's something they've added to PS4 that I really like.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's available.
Watching the video here again, it's not a video file, it's just the achievement. And then you can add a caption like, oh, I finally got it, and send it. It's the same as, the PS3 linking up to Facebook, except it's within the...
And you choose... I like that you choose it, because I would probably do it if... Let's say I get the platinum in Destiny, I would probably, that was something that could be fun to say, hey, I got this finally, where posting every single trophy, I don't like that.
Yeah. This update also adds one guide to some of our countries here in Gamereactor. Denmark, Finland, Norway, Sweden are getting the live TV listings and schedules finally.
Okay.
I don't know how many people actually use TV through their Xbox One, but that is not common.
That's mainly in the US that's being used.
Yeah, and of course we haven't been able to yet so far in this part of the world, but now you will be able to use one guide for those purposes if you want to.
And now you can set your Xbox to when it starts, it goes directly to TV.
So you don't use the road games at all.
Yeah. I mean, to each his own. If you wanna, I don't know. I think they went all backwards with that thing, and I don't know. It's a classic sort of pitfall that they fell into. Just horrible thinking there. Even though the features may be nice, it's not what really sort of
it's
drags
about
you into
priorities, I think.
Yeah.
And I
still, we've been talking about.
I just want to get this. I still don't get the convenience of hooking up your TV box to your Xbox and then to your TV instead of directly to your TV.
There's that thing where you can snap
are you questioning
the TV
this
like while you're playing on the same TV.
I mean, am I just out of
I don't
touch?
want that, but I get what it is they're doing. I just don't think that's something I want. Maybe.
I think that for someone who's watching TV in the US, I think the one guide makes sense.
Actually,
but for us who maybe have like 20 channels or 30 channels, just like, I have those features on my TV. It doesn't take a long time to check that out. But I suppose there's some sort of usability advantages by using the one guide in the US, where maybe you have 300 channel positions, and you cannot remember everything where it is, and so on and so forth.
And actually, now that I got half a minute to think about this, I remember I watched TV in the States recently, and the ad breaks are so long you can actually get in a round in Call of Duty. So it makes perfect sense.
But for me, doing all that stuff, I don't watch a lot of TV. I watch more through the internet, whether it's streams or videos or whatever, Netflix. And I like having that on a separate screen. I mean, the one thing that I liked that they did with the Xbox was the whole NFL thing with fantasy football. But they used there's like 3 different sites doing fantasy football, and they used the one. They made a deal with the one that least people use. So, and that's the one I haven't used. So then it's sort of not usable. But that's really cool, where you would see live sport and see updates for your players, which ones you had picked on your team, and could see how you were doing competition. And in the US, that's really big, and people are actually playing for a lot of money in some of those leagues. So that, I think, is really cool. But again, it's only for NFL, and it's only in the US, and it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'd love to be able to subscribe to something like the NFL or the NHL or Premier League, but of course everything like that is tied up with regional rights and stuff, so you can't get a global app for that. But for me, that would be the best way to watch anything like this. I assume that the UFC is also going to get on there with their app at some point, but and that may actually be global, as that the platform they're building is global. But you're not going to be able to see everything. Then you're only going to be able to see the free content.
As long as they fix Fight Pass first.
What's your grief with Fight Pass?
I can't find anything that I want on it, but it's filled with stuff. It's like the search now. It's just the way that it's the layout and looking for stuff. The search is completely broken and blah blah blah. Anyway, let's move on to our next news piece.
All right, we're sort of staying stuck with the PS4 and the Xbox One. News is out that the PS4 outsold Xbox One for the 9th straight month in the US. This September, of course, the big Destiny month, and
I really like this news story, because I remember last week, the whole Michael Pachter thing was there, and I actually said to Dory in the office that I don't believe this, and I was tired of Michael Pachter, and I feel like he just predicts stuff, and we never really check how much of it is true. So I actually thought of maybe I'll start a list, and then this week, it wasn't true what he predicted, and I feel like we picked it up as well, but it's something that's picked often on a news. On news sites, and it's just, I don't know, I don't think it's very reliable.
You know, it's like every time I write news about Michael Pachter, I write that, you know, he predicts this, but then again, he's most often wrong.
But I would really,
Because
really like to see a list, maybe over a year, of seeing exactly what he predicted and how many he had been right and wrong.
I remember him predicting that Fuse would sell 5 to 6 million copies.
What would sell that much?
Fuse.
One more time.
You don't even remember the game.
You're like cutting out right when you say the.
Right. Fuse.
Oh, Fuse. Okay.
Fuse.
Okay.
Yeah.
He extrapolated that from you know, sales of Resistance and Ratchet and Clank, and now it's multi-platform, so it's got to be more.
I see his reasoning, but that's just
Yeah, but it's like you can't reason like that, because it's not a mathematical formula of your pre-work. And the hype was actually like it was nowhere,
it was negative
with that
almost.
One. So yeah. So and you know, his reasoning for this is also like completely misguided. I think he missed the point of you know, just how heavily Sony were marketing Destiny as a PS4
and the Xbox couldn't market it, they said.
No.
So, I again, his reasoning made sense, but it's just in the end, I was like, it would be crazy to me that it went that much the other way all of a sudden, and then.
But you know, when well, I mean, it's gone the way that the gap has shrunk in the US, like month by month. I don't know what the gap is this month. It's probably widened in terms of actual units, but maybe in percentage, it's roughly the same. But the thing is, like with this is you have a trend where one is selling better, and that's going to continue unless something big happened. But the big thing that happened this month was that Destiny came out, and Destiny was of course a title that was mainly associated with PS4. Even though if you look at the top 10, it was actually, like, if you discount the bundles, it was actually sold most on Xbox One Destiny this month, which but of course the bundles would take PS4.
Yeah, I know a lot. I bought a bundle. I know a lot of people bought a bundle.
Or a lot of people that were waiting to buy a PS4 to buy it in a bundle.
Yeah, I think the bundle sold a lot. I mean, you know, you talk about the sales tripling this month almost from August. I think that those extra sales probably were the Destiny bundle. So we're talking about maybe 300,000. I would assume that Destiny sold somewhere around 1.5 million at least in the US. So you know, 300,000 is a significant portion of that. But I do believe that somewhere, you know, even though Xbox One maybe outsold the PlayStation 4 by only 100 units, we don't know that. We only know that it sold more. But I think that, you know, if you measure them up, they're probably fairly even. Like there's not a huge difference in the first month. And of course, you know, Bungie have a lot of Xbox fans.
The thing that made me really think before that this was not going to be true was that I saw a lot of people who were Xbox guys who had an Xbox before actually buy a PS4 to play Destiny, where, you know, it's a multi-platform game. They could have bought it on Xbox One and bought an Xbox, but they didn't. And seeing that happen and then him predicting it the other way made me think that was not going to be true.
But I think that we have a different perspective here in Europe as well.
This was Americans as well, though. I saw professional Call of Duty players who play on Xbox.
In America, it is fairly even. The race is fairly even. PlayStation 4 is ahead, but it's not like in Europe. It's a landslide. Like there's a huge.
But before seeing you know, professional Call of Duty players who own an Xbox now buying a PS4 to play Destiny, if that happens, then it's not Xbox in a big way, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, they're gonna have to buy an Xbox One if Microsoft continue to own the Call of Duty.
They already have an Xbox One, but anyway, it's another side thing.
Yeah, whatever. And maybe we should run through the top 10. Destiny number 1, Madden NFL 15 number 2, FIFA 15 number 3. You know, significant thing here. FIFA is the third best-selling title in the US. This is
retail, right? This is not including digital.
No, not digital, not bundles.
No, exactly. And the digital thing is increasingly important for certain titles. It should be noted.
PlayStation said that Destiny was the best-selling game on PSN. So
But I have a difficult time believing that Xbox owners would be less digital.
For sure. But it's just it matters a lot for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we don't get the numbers these days, but I'm not sure how it sort of like the power, how it would affect the power between say Xbox One and PS4. That's very difficult to talk about. I think probably the percentages of what's digital and what's physical is somewhere similar, likely. But regardless. Super Smash Bros. Number 4, Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor number 5, NHL 15 number 6, Minecraft number 7, The Sims number 8, Disney Infinity 2.0 number 9, and Diablo 3: Reaper of Souls number 10.
I think the platform distribution on Disney Infinity 2.0 is... Hey, Lasse! Lasse just cut to himself. Disney Infinity 2.0, the platform distribution on that is quite interesting because it's highest selling on Xbox 360 and then PS3 and then Wii U and then the new gen platforms.
Oh yeah, you have to clarify that the console mentioned first is the highest selling one, right? I also want to say the point I had before was more about Super Smash Bros. On 3DS. I think that would be lower on the list if you counted a download.
Maybe, but I think Nintendo were actually the ones that released numbers, and they sold a lot of Super Smash Bros. Digitally as well. I think actually like handhelds have a pretty high percentage of digital because you're playing it on the go. Maybe you're connected to Wi-Fi. That can certainly be the case.
And I mean, also considering that when you buy a title on the 3DS digitally, it's still it's not connected to your account, right? It's like the Wii U. It's connected to the console, isn't it?
I don't know if they've changed that. Maybe.
Anyway, if that's still the case, if your digital purchase is tied to your platform and you have a 3DS and then you break it because. For Super Move, and then you need to buy a new one, and then you need to buy the game again.
I think that you have some recourse if it gets broken, but
from what I've heard, you just send your unit into
Nintendo.
I guess that'll cover it. And get your
also interesting, Shadow of Mordor, of course, was only a few days out in stores, but managed a 5th position. I think this could be a sort of a sleeper hit this fall.
Deservedly so.
Could do very well.
Deservedly so.
Absolutely.
It has some problems, but
it's a lot of fun. That's the main thing.
I think it's really looking at this. It's really interesting to see Destiny sold, best on Xbox One, but then FIFA Xbox One is the 4th.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I don't really know what that's about.
And Madden NFL is the least sold on Xbox One
as well,
with their integrated NFL thing.
But that is again, it's a game it has a similar problem as Destiny because it's being bundled with Xbox One. So if you've been waiting for NFL 15,
you probably bought the bundle, and that's why Destiny is lower on PS4 probably on that one. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Because Destiny actually sold better on PS4 as a whole.
Everyone, like a lot of people I know who bought a PS4 now, even if they weren't really sure about Destiny, they bought the Destiny bundle. A lot of people then bought like FIFA afterwards. So that the Destiny bundle sold a lot.
But like I said again, the sort of volumes that sold on Destiny means that the bundle volumes is still sort of it's not a huge part of the Destiny sales this month. But it is enough to push PS4 ahead of Xbox One. I think that's enough of sales talk.
Yeah, we need to get Mackie back to that.
Yeah. I think he wants to come back to talk more about
Maybe we
sales,
should have like a Mackie minute every Friday on sales numbers.
I think we should definitely have it back.
Just condense it.
When the November numbers for the US.
The thing is, the Mackie minute is not a minute; it's longer.
Yeah, it's an amount of time determined by Mackie. But next up, new Halo game from 343, Halo Spartan Strike.
Yes. Well, it's a new Halo game, but it's not the
big one.
You know, the big deal that you perhaps were hoping for. Spartan Strike, of course.
I did have like a second
shooter.
here where they're like, wait, they're announcing another one, and it's like, ah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like the follow-up to Spartan Assault, right?
Yeah. Yes, exactly. It's a sequel to that one. It's set during the events of Halo 2, so it sort of ties in well with that anniversary and the Master Chief Collection in that sense. It's coming out on PC and Windows Phone 8 for now. I assume it's going to come out on Xbox
just
One
like the predecessor
well.
did a couple of months later.
Yes. Yeah. They probably just don't want to confuse things on the console when they have the Master Chief Collection out. And by the way, the Master Chief Collection went gold today.
So Mike write that, yeah.
Yeah, so no delay on that one. We've only been waiting for what? How many years? Yeah. So, but yeah, that is. I think it's. I'm certainly excited for that thing to come out and be, you know, to sort of collect all things Master Chief in one box, and it's gonna be interesting to see or to experience that again. It's been a while since I played a Halo, so excited about that. But yeah, Spartan Strike. I never really got into Spartan Assault. Have either of you played that?
Nope. Don't have a.
Nope. I have it on my Xbox, but I haven't booted it up. So shame on me.
Well, I'm sure.
I forgive you, Bengt. Don't worry about it.
I'm sure you'll have a couple of minutes played on it before the sequel comes out. I believe in you.
You never know. There's always new games to play, but I'll try. That whole sort of games with gold and PS Plus instant game collection thing is sort of making my backlog with games that I should be playing excessively long. So it is what it is.
Maybe you can clear this up for me. Just what this game is it a twin stick top-down shooter? Does it tie into the lore at all, or is it completely standalone?
Yeah, it ties into the lore.
Yeah. Is it canon? Is what I'm asking.
I don't think they're releasing anything Halo that's not canon. But we should probably ask Mike more about that.
Yeah, we should get a Halo expert on for that. But yeah, no, it's perfectly canon, and it's 343 Studios, so they're managing everything and anything Halo. So it's all tied together. Since I don't know, but I would assume that it's not really sort of deep with story bits.
No, that's not the important part.
It's not that kind of game. But
by the way, I really like Mike. Of course, has played a lot of Halo, and Bungie has their Bungie.net, and he actually, when playing Destiny on PS4, has like a Halo emblem, like an emblem he's earned in Halo, and you can actually use that in Destiny on PS4, which I think is really cool.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. So next news is well, another one bites the dust. 2014 has been the year of delays, and the latest victim is Project Cars.
Yeah, so we're not streaming that at that date we had planned now.
Nope. It's been pushed back from its November 21st release date to March 20th. So a full, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4 months
Smart
delay.
They avoided February.
Yeah, I think that is smart. You know, it's coming out late March, which sort of suggests that they want it out before the end of the fiscal year.
But I think also spacing it out. Like I think beginning of March is still a problem because there's so many games coming out in February. So end of March sounds really smart.
Yeah, but there's probably going to be more games in the end of March because usually there is an you know, a bunch there.
But I like that the reason that they give is a competitive holiday scene, not just
honest.
I don't need to. You know, we need to polish it. They say they're also going to polish it, but the main reason that they give is it's just too much competition at that time.
It also is really smart in the way of saying is there's no problems with the game. You know, we're saying it's not because the game is not ready. It's just there's too many games.
It's a new IP. We want more, you know, exposure on it.
You know, I don't know what to say about that because I think that actually it was a very good time to release this holiday season, because there's no other even semi-sim game coming out on console. They would have the space to themselves, plus they would have the holiday Christmas season sales. I think it was a pretty good time period to have it out, and the Crew was just pushed back to December, which means that there's, you know, and Drive Club has all the issues.
But we do have Drive Club and
Horizon
Forza out now, and I don't think there's any car games coming out when it's pushed like in March. So
no, I don't think necessarily there's anything that, but it's just, you know, if you are in a relatively good spot before the holiday seasons, you will sell a lot during Christmas, because there's going to be a lot of money going around there. That's not going to be around in March. So, you know, I don't think it's one. You know, it seems weird to make that decision now. I mean, if they'd made that 5 months ago and said, hey, maybe we should avoid November because there's so many racing games coming out, that would have been a different story. But like 1 month before release sounds to me like, you know, maybe we're not going to make certification. Maybe we better push this. You know, so yeah, we'll see where it lands. But either way, 4 months is probably going to add a lot of, you know, it's going to help a lot with the user experience. So hopefully everyone will be the better for it. Players who have paid to make the game happen, you know, through crowdfunding, they will still be able to play the early access version on PC. So, you know, and I'm sure that's going to be fleshed out as time goes. So it's not, you know, it's not a total loss. Like some delays, you know, just means we're waiting. But I think a lot of the core fans of Project Cars, you know, they're already playing it, so they'll just, you know, have to wait a little longer for the actual full game to release.
Now this new date of March 20, 2015 applies to the PC, PS4 and Xbox One version. There was no mention of the Wii U version that was already scheduled to 2015, but do we have a specific date for the Wii U version?
No. I think the what they've said about the Wii U version has always been that, you know, once they've finished up the other versions, they'll get that ready for release. So I think that this delay pushes back the Wii U version even further. I would not expect that until after the summer now. You know, so we'll see. But it's just the case that it's not really a platform that they're focusing on. So, but it is coming to Wii U, and you know, it's not been cancelled. So you should expect it in 2015. But you know, this is the delay here affects all platforms. But you know, for the Wii U, it's going to be mean an even longer wait, I think.
Yeah.
Even though you'd think that when they say it's something like, oh, it's just for the holiday rush, then maybe they could move up and release everything together at once, but I don't think that's the case.
No, probably not. I mean, they want to finish polishing the other versions and then maybe bug fix following release and then move on to finishing the Wii U version. At least that's what makes most sense to me.
Yeah. And really, the Wii U is screaming for a sort of a serious racing game. I think that's something that it's really lacking. So I think the only one that's come out is the Most Wanted, the Criterion game. And you know, so it, you know, for anyone who has a Wii U and that's their only console, you know, that them Project Cars would be a good thing. But I just don't think that the general Wii U audience is too much into this kind of racing.
I don't think there's a lot of people who are into Sims who only has a Wii U.
No, I think that's true. So moving on, we've got 15 more minutes, so we better speed up a little bit. Jeff Keighley has teased possible video game awards for this December. He wrote on Twitter, games will rise 12/5/14, 5th of December. There's been some speculation that maybe there wouldn't be a video games awards on Spike TV this year. Of course, it's been a sort of a focus point for the industry. A lot of big announcements, a lot of nice reveals over the years. Maybe last time wasn't all that impressive, but you know, still there's been a ton over the years, and
yeah, it's been
good to know that it's back. Even though I kind of tend to avoid watching the actual show and focusing on the trailers.
Yeah, exactly. Because
what do you guys think?
The VGAs have been kind of rich in content, but with horrible packaging.
Yeah, I think the actual
do
show
I really
is
need to
terrible,
watch
but
all
there's
this
always
shit?
some awesome announcements. Just seeing this, I was like, I don't want to see it. But then I was like, oh wait, they always like, I might see an Uncharted trailer. They might announce God of War, Fallout, you know, something. It's like, oof, I want that.
And then it's just painfully awkward at times. The show itself.
Yeah. I think there's been some good years. I think I remember the year when Jack Black and Tim Schafer were on stage for Brutal Legend. And,
yeah, that was.
You know, there's been
4 years ago.
Oh, that's more. I think it's like 2009 or something like that. It's way back. I think they had a flamethrower.
Yeah, my memory only goes back 2 or 3 years, so.
Then it gets wiped.
It's just static.
But you know, it is what it is. It's sort of like it was a mess last year. And there's so many awful you know, clips that I watched afterwards about, you know, weird things. So but yeah, you mentioned Uncharted 4. I think that it's probably a good bet that we might see a little bit something proper from the game at the VGAs.
Now I have to know. We have the news piece here up on the screen. Did you write this news piece? Okay.
No.
Mackie wrote
because
it.
you don't think that Fallout.
No, it's just there's a picture of Fallout 4, and then there's no mention of anything that could indicate that there would be Fallout 4. It's just.
Well, there's the end. What do you want to see? Fallout 4, God of War?
Yeah, but that's just a question.
Yeah, well, that's why I did it. You're just
We
like, don't mention
what...
Fallout 4 unless it's happening.
Yes.
Don't get me excited.
Stop it.
What about Half-Life then?
I mean,
or you don't remember that because that's
no.
further back.
Half-Life 3 is never gonna happen, ever. Is what I'm saying.
I think, you know, my interpretation is like Half-Life 3 is just way too big.
I just wanted to come out so we can stop fucking talking about it.
Yeah.
Just get it out. Yeah. It's like every time. It's.
Yeah. I mean, if it ever comes.
But Fallout 4, I could see a teaser at the VGAs. I can imagine that happening. I can certainly see God of War 4. I think that game needs to be outed.
And what is Santa Monica working on?
Yes. Well, it's sort of.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. They've been working on this. They haven't put a game out in quite a while, so they should be ready soon.
Yes, and Microsoft, I don't know. Maybe they'll show something there. But last year it wasn't the big. I mean, No Man's Sky was the game that stole the headlines. It wasn't
Didn't they have Uncharted 4 last year?
No.
I think that was when. Didn't they show the first trailer, the teaser then? I think they showed the very first, or maybe just like the logo or something.
No, wasn't that a special PlayStation thing that they showed it at?
I don't know. I think it was at that event that maybe there was just the logo or something. Yeah, I think it was where they didn't call it Uncharted 4. They just said Uncharted.
I thought that there was some sort of special. I have to Google this now. So, but
let me also say like Uncharted.
It was No Man's Sky and the Telltale Games announced Game of Thrones.
Yeah, according to this, they showed the CGI teaser at the VGAs this year,
which was in game still, which is crazy. And then also like Naughty Dog has 2 teams, so they should. I guess it's still too early to announce the second one, but I think Sucker Punch also has 2 teams, so they should be far ahead with their next part. There's a lot of studios that should have something ready soon, but I guess a lot of them will.
I don't think Sucker Punch will announce it now though. I mean, they've not worked a year yet on their.
No,
new
but
game,
they should have 2 teams, is what I hear. So. Yeah.
You think so?
But we'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, what I read up on here on Uncharted is that it wasn't announced at, and I only remember announcements.
Yeah.
So
But
they showed the teaser there first.
Yeah. But it was teased before that in November. So that was the first thing we saw.
We knew it was coming, but then they showed off the first gameplay.
Yeah. Well, we all know everything that there's always going to be another.
Yeah.
That's
well, actually,
that's
I think for that, it would have made sense for me if they waited a little bit after, they've done trilogies of Crash and then Jack and Daxter and then Uncharted and then they did Last of Us. So it would make sense if they just moved on or at least waited a year or two. But I guess it's too much money on the line there.
I think it's too much money, and
he's almost the face of PlayStation now.
I think that the reason for the Bandicoot was with licensing, that they had to move on, and with Jack, the reason was that sales had declined. So it was never. I don't think there's a grand plan to only do trilogies or anything like that in play. I think
maybe we'll find out Uncharted 4 is really a racing game.
Yeah, it's
a karting game.
It would be perfect then. They would continue the
racing.
It would fit. But we have 10 minutes and we have 3 news pieces.
Okay.
So let's move on to the next one. Tell us about Ubisoft resolutions and frame rates. Thanks.
It's a thing.
Well, this is really a compilation of different news stories. Let's start out with the interview you guys did in Paris.
Yeah.
With Alex Hutchinson. I don't know if you're running that, but he confirmed that for Far Cry 3, they will try to make the experiences identical regardless of platform. The game will be pretty much the same.
Far Cry 4,
what?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Far Cry 4.
Yeah, he basically said that the world might be slightly less populated in terms of encounters and stuff on old gen, and of course visual upgrades on
that makes sense.
But that the gameplay and the experience would be the same.
Yeah. The second piece of news was that on Twitter, and I assume when they tweet this out, we are aiming for 1080p on all platforms, including PC. Then they're actually talking about only new gen, because I can't imagine it being 1080p on PS3 360. But that's what they've been talking about. And on the other side of the coin here is this infamous Reddit post where someone attending a school was visited by a game architect, an online programmer, and a person from HR from Ubisoft. And apparently it was some sort of Q&A session there where they referred to that console makers are pressuring them into doing settling for 30 frames on PC as well, according to this very outraged PC Master Race topic creator on Reddit. I'm ranting a little bit here because this is the sort of conspiracy that is being thrown around kind of casually. So you never know what this is about. What I do think it is about is that Microsoft and Sony have a lot at stake at pushing Ubisoft to make the most out of the console versions, and there is no one pushing Ubisoft in the same way to get the most out of the PC version, unless Nvidia or AMD or whoever ponies up a lot of cash and sort of gets into it. And I think that, you know, making anything better on PC, it's not like it just happens automatically. You have to work to make it happen. So they have to put money into that development. And so I think that there's a little bit of probably Sony and Microsoft don't want their consoles to look bad, but there's also a cost there to improve the PC version that shouldn't be underplayed as well. So Ubisoft may not only do it because they're being pressured, they also may not want to be investing as much, which is usually what the PC, when you get bad PC ports, it's usually about them just not investing the time and effort it takes to make the game run well on all kinds of PCs and really being optimized, because that is a huge undertaking.
I mean, I'm not going to take a single quote from this Reddit post at face value.
Well, there's a source.
No. Yeah, but I mean, it does kind of mirror what we've seen coming out from Ubisoft. Like I'm going to break out into a master race thing here. It's just when people say that, you know, we can't see past 24 frames anyway, and that 30 frames is just fine, and 900p it doesn't matter because it's close enough to 1080p. It just makes me so mad.
Yeah, I mean, the frame rate is not really about what our eyes can see. Our eyes update with 24. That is true. Like we don't see black things if it's you know, above 24. Like we don't see empty frames. But it's, you know, that's not what 60 frames is about. Like it's about you know, precision and feeling of a smoothness.
I mean, if anyone has seen a film at 48 frames in the cinema,
yeah,
you'll be able to tell a difference for sure.
Yeah. And you will continue to see a difference no matter how high the frame rate goes.
Yes.
Although it will probably be smaller.
You see a difference?
Of course smaller, but you will always be able to tell.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we should move on.
Yeah.
It's like we have a couple minutes left and we have 2 news stories.
Yes.
Yes. What is next?
And well, the next story is also to do with Ubisoft, and it's a little bit more positive. They've announced that Assassin's Creed Rogue is coming to PC in 2015. So you know, people who enjoyed Assassin's Creed 3 and 4 on PC will be able to sort of tie up the trilogy and
1080 60 frames.
Rogue. Yeah. We'll see what they make of it. I mean, you know, this also is sort of like, it's halfway towards a new gen console announcement as well. I would be very surprised if we don't see a digital release for Rogue, unless it's completely crap and nobody likes it.
I think they'll still put it
maybe
out,
we'll
actually.
Eventually.
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, you may be right, but I don't think it's gonna be a complete.
I mean, it's still a way for them to hit a bigger audience, you know.
Yeah. And also, you know, there's always that feeling that, hey, you know, you cannot get enough Assassin's Creed games.
Yes.
So
and if you feel like that, remember to watch our streams every 2 weeks.
Absolutely. You know, this November I think there's 3 Assassin's Creed games coming out. There's one on iOS, an action RPG, and then there's Rogue, and there's Unity. So we'll get our fill of Assassin's Creed this November for sure. And I gotta say I'm excited. You know, we can usually be a little bit blasé about these games when they come out too often, but I'm excited about Unity for sure, and I'm actually excited about the story for Rogue, but I'll probably play it a little bit later on. So see about that. Last piece of news is something. Well, it's a positive move on the part of PlayStation, as they will move in to support Movember, and they've got some nice initiatives planned here. There's a vinyl mustache you can put on your DualShock 4. There's going to be Movember designs of Sackboy, Iota, Delsin, and even Ellie from The Last of Us, made by Tom Mack. And of course, the first design that we got to see was one of the Order 1886 Galahad. And you know, I just feel like that just looks like him. What didn't he have a mustache from the start?
Didn't he? I actually thought he did.
I thought he did.
Yeah, I thought he did. I thought, like, is this a? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, he looks good in the mustache.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. And he does look mighty fine with that mustache. So.
Yeah. Absolutely. And you know.
But
anyway,
I mean, I'm assuming Sackboy is going to be in game, but Ellie and Delsin, is that going to be something you can download in the games? Am I going to be able to play through Last of Us on PS4 with Ellie with a mustache?
Well, I don't know if it's going to be in the game, but they've still been recreated by an illustrator, so I think it's going to be more like artwork, and you're going to be able to win these artworks. They're going to have prizes like Champion League tickets and systems to give away.
Champion League,
if you donate
Champions League tickets.
If you donate £25 or more.
Yeah. And there's going to be a Music Unlimited playlist with some of the greatest mustache-clad musicians of all time. We expect Freddie Mercury to feature there, of course. But it's a positive move. I think Movember is a nice initiative. It's sort of like it's a reaction to sort of male cancer forms not being sort of lacking a little bit of attention in the sort of the public space, and it's sort of a reaction to that. It's a reaction that is nice, and it's funny, and it's not sort of targeting any other campaigns to sort of stop these things, but rather just doing a positive thing about it. So I really think it's something that's worth supporting. And why not do it with PlayStation and have a chance to win some fine prizes, I guess.
And I think I actually have a picture of you, Bengt, here doing your part.
Yes. It's not an actual Movember mustache, but it's just one that I did to annoy my wife, so yeah.
Mighty fine.
It's not very pretty. I'm not the most sort of facial hairy kind of guy, so.
I think you look mighty facial hairy here.
Very impressive one. Dory, you had a very impressive one. I remember that.
PAX.
From PAX.
But that was too much work.
I've never had a friend get so many compliments from men before.
And it was
you haven't spent enough time with Dory.
And it was only men complimenting the mustache. Not a lot of ladies.
No. I guess it's time for Friday nights.
Yeah, just about that time.
Just about that time. I think we're all done up with news.
Yeah. So thanks for joining, Bengt, and I'm gonna leave and let Nick
Call of Duty.
Do his thing.
Take over the duty. Actually, you're gonna start with announcing some winners.
Yes.
So let's get the PC plugged back into the stream, Lasse. Sorry about that. And yeah. Bye, Bengt.
Dude, well, he had signed out, so I wasn't being rude. It said do. So yeah, we have picked 2 winners, and we're running a competition with Doritos. If you go to, I think it's Nordics only. If you go to Doritos.nu, you can win games, and you can win an Xbox One. Win the new Call of Duty coming out in just over 2 weeks. We've picked 2 clips who are winning a game. The first one is this one. 1v4 Clutch Ace. He got in a Gfinity tournament, so let's get that. Oh, I'll reload the page. So, see if that will actually screw it up. Hope it still has that. It doesn't, so I need to find that. That is interesting. Let's see here. If we go search. Gfinity. There we have it. This.
Destroy the objective. Bomb acquired.
I don't know if we have sound. I can't hear it, but I guess that's not super important. But a mighty fine clip here. It's not really a 1v4 actually, because he gets the first kill before everyone goes down. But it's a pretty good ace he gets here. Oh. And I'll actually make this smaller. It seems like it has problems running here. Pretty good tactical awareness. He runs around. I'll pause this and let it load a little bit. He has pretty good awareness and rotates, and Doesn't challenge gunfights. He shouldn't. So it's pretty smart. See here, he's got the bomb. He's got 2 down. This is 1v2, and you know, smart moves. Oh, it's really chucking. I'll make it smaller again. If you want to see it in all its glory, you can go to Doritos.nu and see the clips. Wow. You know what? I'll start this over on this one. Let's see the other one. Yeah, that needs to reload as well. That is just great. But while I find this, maybe if you haven't, let's see here. Remember to add to your Friday nights on PSN for this week. In 2 weeks, we're doing it on Xbox One, so on Xbox Live as well. You can win cool stuff. Just let this load. Go back to the first one. We'll watch it from the top. See if this runs better now. Here we have it. The Ace. Search and Destroy. Call of Duty Ghost on Sovereign. 4v4 tournament in Gfinity. The bomb carrier here, he changes his Incog class. And it's 3-3 at this time. He played 6 when it's esports rules. And he ends up getting all 4 kills. So you get 2 down here, and then he gets a kill. 2 more in his team goes down. And 1 more, so it's now he's on a 1v3, he's last alive. And I think Vixen has actually competed in our GR Friday nights before. Gets 1 more. Runs away here, gets shot in the back. And he's really smart about rotating here. I guess people here think that he might be rotating to A, but he goes back towards B. Tries to confuse the enemy a little bit, which is pretty smart. And then, you know, takes it slow. Goes back to B. Has a few seconds to plan still, so nice jump shot here, and it's a 1v1. You can see the enemy shot at him, but he runs away again. And tries to get in a different position. About to planned. Needs to plan here. Gets naded but survives. Hand flashed as well. Puts the pressure on the enemy. He now needs to defuse the bomb. Runs around. Really smart move if you're playing Search on this map, and gets the final kill. To put his team up 4-3. As you can see, he's also 10-1 in the match at this point and has 2 plans. So really doing well for his team. That was the one. He won Call of Duty Advanced Warfare on the console of his choice. And when you win a game, you're still in the running to win an Xbox One. Second clip that won this time is this Collateral in Black Ops 2 on Raid. Domination gets 1 kill here, runs in kitchen area and gets a Collateral, gets 3 people in 1 bullet. Nice reaction there with a quick scope with the DSR. And that's it for now. I think we're going to jump on to playing some Call of Duty, actually. We're going to play Ghosts, so I'm going to close this down. See if the controller is on. The console might be turned off. We'll see. Just sort some wires here. I just been checking some Destiny before. Oh, wrong account. Let's see here, log out. There we go. It's your Friday nights. I will just check for friend requests. Got a couple here. And Call of Duty. There we go. Yeah, remember we have Destiny next Friday in Destiny's Euro Friday nights, but this week it's Call of Duty TR Friday nights. We'll have our final Call of Duty TR Friday nights on Xbox One in 2 weeks. Just before, a couple of days before the new game is actually out. Of course, we'll be playing the new game a lot as well. All right, let's see here. I will go play online. Oh, it's been a while. So we'll go private match. Let's see who's ready. Can invite him. Why can't I invite any of these people? There we go. So I'm just, whoa, that is one close up. If you're online now seeing this, you're welcome to just join the game, and then we'll see how many people we have ready and figure out a mode to play. We have codes for the Villains pack on PS4, so we'll give that away. Give it away to the top players, and then we'll draw some random winners as well. Just gotta double check afterwards. See, these are not actually people playing the game, is it? They're in a party at the main menu. No. Got one here. Just gonna check out here in the menu. Death Road. Okay, do we invite him? It's weird it doesn't show here that whether they're playing Call of Duty. I'm gonna go out and check here. Death Road and Fuzz. All right, give it a few more minutes. Let's see. I gotta set this up. Games set up. Let's do. We haven't played a lot of dominations. Let's do that. Enable esports. Joining progress allowed. No intermission. Let's do Octane.
Hi.
Hey.
Sprichst du Deutsch oder
No, English.
English only? Okay.
I think if we're this few, we're actually gonna have to change it up to some free fall. Maybe let's just do that, and then we'll warm up and see if more people are ready that way, and then we'll do it on a smaller map. Strike zone is good. Do a free for all. Yeah. Let me see if I actually have a setup here. Do the bottom ones. Oh, this is the one with the broken... Dory, can I get the other controller? Because this has a broken button. Thank you. Ah, that was better. That's good. And then I need a... Or can I just use that one maybe? Yeah, that looks good. All right, let's start it up. Let's see how this goes. Haven't played this in a while.
Free for all.
Guess I better check if I'm...
Time to work, Ghost Squad.
No one, not in... Yeah, okay, we're good, we're good. No one has inverted my controls or anything. Damn, I got a shock there. Okay, it seems people are smart and they're using dead silence. No? I'm being terrible. Shot in the back again?
Yes.
Oh.
Now on the front.
Oh, he went in there. Ah,
Got you.
that was terrible.
Where are you?
Facility. Care package ready for direction. Mark the DZ.
Oh no.
Alright, let's see here what we can do. How did I die there? I feel like host is definitely not helping me here.
You got shot. That's how you died.
Let's see how this looks. Alright, you're pre-aiming it at least. Let's try the other gun. Really? Going for one of those? Fucking knew it.
Enemy behind, incoming. Failing, squad! Enemy care package incoming. Enemy chem strike incoming. Enemy care package incoming.
Oh,
Ah, don't reload there. All right, let's see if we have more people who want to join. So you two, unless we have more people joining, we'll get a code. Let's see. I think we'll just say people need to join. Should we do a different map maybe? Or do you feel like? It is small though, which is good. What do you think, Dory? Should we? We'll do a different map. Yeah, let's do that. We'll get into another one.
it's not big.
So of course, Sovereign, that if you saw the two winners we had in our competition,
Free for all.
was one of the maps they were playing on. So what weird setup is this?
Time to work, Ghost Squad.
Shot from two sides. Oh, fucked up the name.
Enemy care package incoming. Enemy halon gas activated.
Really? You're sitting there again? Sentry gun, okay.
Enemy care package incoming. Enemy hind incoming. Enemy care package incoming.
Where are you?
Well, stop using a silencer and then we can find each other easier.
Time's almost up.
All right, we have time for one more game. I guess you two have guaranteed yourself some codes. I will message you afterwards about that. So check your PSN messages. Let's do one final one. Let's go back to Strike Zone and do some gun game. If you're up for it. Let's see, target modes, gun game.
Okay.
I did. All right.
Time to work, soldiers.
Why is this not hitting? What the fuck is this? This could end up being a nightmare.
Oh, fuck. So small.
Great. Finally.
Fat Snoopy.
I hate this gun.
Ah,
Oh, yeah. Dory, this is your kind of gun, right?
minigun.
It's actually funny that's called a minigun when it's the biggest fucking gun in the game.
I think that's the point.
Oh, here's the... Nice. What?
What? What was that? Just the delay that's on here for me is insane. What was that? Just a shotgun to the stomach and nothing happened.
No. What was headshot? Ah, fuck.
What?
Got you. No.
Oh. No!
No!
Behind you, behind you.
No! I left of him. Ah, fuck.
I think that was a perfect way to end this. I think let's run the videos again. You two have won some codes. I'll message you afterwards. You might actually get multiple codes. So maybe you can share with your friends or something. But check your PSN messages. I'll probably send them Monday, so check them for that. And remember to upload your own clip to actually our site, and you can win Advanced Warfare or an Xbox One. So
yeah, so go to doritos.nu, right?
Yeah.
And upload your clips for a chance to win.
Can we show those clips
Warfare.
again?
What?
Can we show those clips again?
Yes, we'll roll those clips. But go to doritos.nu, upload your clips for a chance to win Advanced Warfare on a platform if you're choosing, and then to win an Xbox One.
Yeah,
but,
and we'll pick winners every time we have TR Friday nights for the game, and then at some point you can win an Xbox, and it doesn't matter if you've won a game or not. You're still in the running to win an Xbox. And in 2 weeks we will have another TR Friday nights with Ghost, the last one, on Xbox One, and then after that all the launch stuff with Advanced Warfare. So look forward to that. Let's see here, find the clips again. I will just go here and... But yeah, thank you to you two for playing today. And then, let's see here, no. We got one here. As you see, the map we just played before.
It's all up to you now. The squad's counting on. Time's almost up.
Yeah, so you can see here, this clip is in Call of Duty Ghosts, and the other clip that won was in Black Ops 2. So it doesn't matter which Call of Duty you play, just upload your clips and you got a chance to win. We just want to see some awesomeness.
Excellent job, Ghosts. Get ready for the next round.
And I will just go out of this, and you can see here there's plenty of clips. A lot of people have uploaded, so it's of course tough to pick some. Let's see if we can find the other winner.
I'm here.
Where was it? I don't think he called it collateral. See, there's actually clips all the way to Call of Duty 4 I see here. Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3. Someone went 23 and 3 in Ghosts. Not bad. A lot of clips here. Here we have it. 3 kills with 1 bullet. Also known as a collateral. Gets a kill first. Black Ops 2 raid with the DSR. Gets a kill here, quick scope, and then quick reactions in here. Perfect lining up, and Draz HD gets a nasty collateral. 3 and 1 is pretty good. I think there's actually a trophy for getting 2, but getting 3 is quite impressive. But yeah, that's it for GR Friday nights. We have a lot of things moving around next week, so I'm actually not sure exactly how the end of the week is going to look. But Monday we're going to play Hyrule Warriors, the new game with Link. That's not really a full Zelda game, but more of a hack and slash. Tuesday, Dory is really looking forward to showing you some Borderlands, the pre-sequel, and I think we got a lot of cool prizes to give away in that one. The rest of the week is actually a little bit moving around, so we'll see about that. But of course, as always on Friday, we have GR Friday nights. Next week it'll be Destiny. I'm talking to Magnus about maybe coming in and giving the raid a go as well, so more of you can win some prizes and get your name in the Hall of Fame in Destiny. And then of course in 2 weeks, Call of Duty GR Friday nights on Xbox One, the final one on Ghosts. For now, we might do a retro thing, of course, but then we're ready for Advanced Warfare. If you missed out on it, there's a lot of gameplay that I've recorded, and we got interviews on the website, so maybe you want to check that out. And I think there's articles and everything if you want to read up on it before. Also, let us know what you want to see about Advanced Warfare. Do you want to see like guides or gameplays, or do you just want to play with us? Let us know, and we'll do that. And I think even though we're a couple minutes early, I'll just say that's it for now. Have a nice weekend, and I hope to see you in another stream. Yeah, that's it for now. I'm out.